I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
Well, just hurry and take one.
Suri grabs one first, and Monica and I follow. It's delicious. Suri talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcakes around my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glance in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet, full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. But why are you thanking me? It's not like I haven't I heard this somewhere before. Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did, Sari said. Well, maybe. But not for you. No, you dummy. What? Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns on the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. Hey, after all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Uh, don't mind yourself. Get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, I meant that. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least enjoy the tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica releases an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider joining the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something is telling me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happier. So that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. Well, we'll make sure you feel right at home. Okay. As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make sure the club is fun, exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if I encourage others to get into literature club, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is great as a great leader. Yuri is also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised that there aren't more people in this club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when there's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worth a while. Make it make but makes it school events like the festival that are much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Toxic, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way to answering that. Manga, which I do have some manga in my closet actually. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something but keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyways, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites, my favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level is creativity and craftsmanship behind the theme, but behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes lit up that she finds comfort in the worlds of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Psychological, you say? Oh, great! Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I've read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really, I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. Well, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, I just... Azuki eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Nazuki? What? What gives you the idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind your last club meeting. It looks like you're working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! I give that back. Fine. your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just cute as you are. Sori settles up behind Azuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Azuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. You don't share them sometime. You should. Hey, Toxic, you're reading. No. Azuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like him. And, not a very confident writer either yet. I understand how Nazuki feels. Showing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is written to oneself. You must be willing to open to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest wretches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, we can set an example and help Nazuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read someone's poems. Fun fact, I read a poem in school once. I made one actually. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea for everyone. Damn. Nazuki and Yuri look quizzically. Whatever. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. This way, everyone is even. Uh, um, yeah, let's do it. Plus, that will have a new member. I think will help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Is that right, Toxic? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What is that? Now that we're all back on the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's being on my mind the entire time. I never said I'd join this club. So, Sorry may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decisions. I still have another clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare me back with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, Toxic. You all, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes lit up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sorry wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey. You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for cupcakes, I'll be super pissed. That makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we'll officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next class meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Toxic, I look forward to seeing your impressive. You impress yourself. How you impress yourself. Yeah. I can really express the class star Monica with Midoriya's writing skills. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside. Meanwhile, the girls continue the chit-chat as Yuri and Nancy clean up their food. Hey Toxic, since you're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori. I never walk home together anymore because she's always stay after school for the clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, two of us depart the classroom and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have to change. I have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. All right. I just need to make the most of. I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess I stressed with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay guys, so today we'll be ending off this game at 30 minutes. And if you guys enjoy, honestly, I'm kind of into this game. The beat's fantastic. So you guys want to see more Doki Doki? Gladly smash the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. See you later. And let my toxic, heart see you next time on the Doki Doki Literature Club.